Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Saturday, the 24th of May. I am flatcapcallum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Well, I'm not I'm not massively keen on the weekend if I'm honest. There's a lot of racing, but not a lot of standout stuff for me. So, plan is I have got absolutely nothing going on Sunday. So, of the kind of the more high profile stuff, I've had a look through and I don't have a particularly strong view on any of it. So there are no bets for Sunday. So this is the last video of the week, and the next video will be on Sunday night for Bank Holiday Monday. That is the expectation. As far as Saturday goes, I've got 1350. 1350 is the outlay. And that is a patent with a horse at the Curragh, a horse at Cartmel, and a horse at Windsor. I've got each way combination doubles between two races at the Curragh, including the 2000 guineas. And then I've got a forecast in the evening at Windsor. That's it. So, I'm sorry if you want something slightly more exotic. I mean, there's plenty of horses I'm putting out. Eight horses in the first two bets. So if you want to do different things with them, you can do that. But I'm just going with the patent, the combination doubles, and then the forecast. That is it. So before I get there, I'll go through Friday. We had two Yankees, and we started well, but it didn't end well. that's the headline. So really nice run from that. Drifted. I think it's 33s SP. So well done if you got the 33s. And I think at points it was even potentially bigger than that as well. But 33s, if you got it, great. Savvy Victory was poor as that was last. That got going too late. And Kiss and Run, it got knocked about a little bit. That does happen at Goodwood. So, yeah, I think whether the horse wasn't quite good enough or whether that's a bit of a learning curve for Mason, not quite sure. But, we only got the place back on the first bat. So that was overall a loser or non-profitable. Then we had non-runner, a point that I thought, well, we could be in there, and then it just really, really faded. Great Escape was a really nice runner, actually. I was a little bit worried about that one, and actually was comfortably second. And then every little step never really got into the race. So we had a place double with a non-runner and a place, and then a bit of the single. So overall, it was 18.25 on, 6.22 back, minus 12.03. It puts us plus 21 for the week. I've already told you I'm putting 13.50 down, which means even if we lose it all on Saturday, we are actually guaranteed for the first time in a few weeks to come out with some profit. At least, like 7.50 or something like that. And anything else we get back on Saturday adds to that. But obviously we're not having a great month because it's gone terribly up until those Thursday bets. So let me go through this. Here is the pattern that no one else is going to tell you about. If anyone puts that up anywhere else, they have robbed me, because this is my bet, not anyone else's. I'm telling you. 2:30 the Curragh. So there's three really big field handicaps, and I've kind of gone through them all, and I've come out with a completely different type of view in each one. And in the 2:30, I didn't think anything was particularly strong, and I felt like it's worth chance in Jungle Cove. Nicola Burns is up for the first time. I think first time she's ridden for Connections on this. Well, on this and the trainer. She's certainly not been prolific to start with, and better arguably a bit on the all-weather, I think. But it's a horse that pops up every now and again at a really decent price, and it's handicapped to be fine. And I think generally speaking, better ground is what it wants. But the story of the weekend is there's a bit of rain all over the place. So to kind of what impact that's going to have, and that's partly the reason why I'm less keen, I think, as well, just because there's a bit of uncertainty about the weather. So we'll chance our arm with Jungle Cove in the 2:30. Then we're going the 4:30 at Cartmel. So the first Cartmel horse of the year, Sky Luna. It is a James Moffat horse. You'll have heard me talk before about the James Moffat Charlotte Jones connection. It was less strong last year. This is actually on paper the second string, but I like the form. It's out of form, hasn't run for a while, but actually Cartmel form is really, really good in the context of this race. And the bookies have really struggled to price this, because you can still, at the time of recording, get 20s in places and others are 10s. I think 16s a very fair price. So we're going Sky Luna, and then the 735 Windsor. It's a trappy little 6-runner. I think it's 6 runners. Tiger Tulip has got wildly inconsistent, but got on the go-in day has got enough to say that that's very, very overpriced at 20s. So 50p each way patent. There's no bookie advice because everyone appears to be 5, 3 and 2. £7, so that's each way, singles, doubles and a treble. That's bet 1, that's arguably the main bet. And then bet 2. So what I've got is, I went through the old 2000 guineas and I quite like, I mean, it's a good betting structure race, and I like the look of trying to luck on a couple of horses that flopped in the 2000 guineas to bounce back in this. So they went over to Newmarket, didn't perform well. I mean, they went off something like 5 and 8, something like that. So they're much, much bigger prices here because they didn't run well there. But I think they're worth trying luck in. So originally I'd gone through it and thought this is quite a good race for like a split leg Yankee type thing. And then basically got to the 4:15 and felt I had I had 3 that I felt were just get my words out, that were all worth trying. And so all these 5 are starred. They are starred. So not all the ones in combo doubles always are, but these did come out starred. And then the 4:50 at the Curragh, which is the other big field one, that it was just too competitive. I had about 5 on the short list, and none of them, because there's so many of them, kind of it meant that there wasn't anything hitting the stars. So I left the 4:50. So then I decided, rather than put this with the other 3 and have a split leg Yankee, I'll put them with here and we'll have a combo double across these 2 races. Okay. So 6 times 25p each way doubles. I should have said yes. Scalvy Champion Expanded going on to Cour d'Or, Blues Emperor and No More Porter. That's the horses' names, right? 6 times 25p each way doubles. That's all combinations. There are 6 possible variations of a double. That's £3. And then we're just going to go smaller stake. 5 times 25p each way singles. Sky are better. 1 extra place on this one. 5.50 is the bet. That is that. And then in the evening, we're back at this 7:35 at Windsor. Tiger Tulip with Strike, which is currently the favourite. They are the forecast play. 50p reverse forecast. Let's see if we can get one. We've been quite close. Quite close on all the ones I think I've attempted so far. Let's see if we can magically pull one off here in the Windsor night. Well, it's my betting structure nightcap, not the nightcap, if you see what I mean. But the 7:35 Windsor, Tiger Tulip and Strike, 50p reverse forecast. So need them to come first 2 in either order. £1 is the bet. 13.50. That is your lot. All right. Whatever you're doing this bank holiday weekend, enjoy it. I think I'm fairly quiet at my end. Just doing, bit of family stuff, bit of gardening, all that sort of stuff. Might go to a car boot sale. Really push the boat out. Basically, bank holiday weekend stuff. That's what I got looking forward to. All right. So as I said at the beginning of the vid, I think my plan is that I'm going to be back Sunday night for bank holiday Monday racing. There's some interesting stuff, so I'm hoping that I might have something to play. But there are no bets on Sunday, so nothing from me on Sunday. All right. See you Sunday night for Monday. That's me. Bye bye.